Hi guys, so I'm Raju, the SAP HANA trainer. So in this series of videos, we are learning about the complete SAP HANA tutorial. If you prefer my previous videos, we already started the SAP HANA architecture, the components of HANA. Similarly, we also already done the advanced modeling concepts, like how to create a views, attribute views, analytical views, calculation views, and some other concepts over here in detail with the business scenarios. And we also done with the SQL part also, like how to create a procedure, sequence, trigger, synonym, functions, and I already started with the CE function. So if you need a CE function, just prefer my previous videos of CE functions. And in this series of videos, so in this video we're going to learn how we can perform the migration or extraction topics on the scenarios. So what is extraction exactly? Because HANA, when you talk about HANA, is a new thing, so we learn how to extract the data from a different environment to the SAP HANA database with the different tools. So this video will help you out to know how to use the basic scenario of ETL tool to load data from the different environments. So let's show you the things here. So first we'll go with the extraction concept. So under the extraction, we have different types of extractions. It means that, like here, suppose in real-time environment, I do have the different databases. It may be SQL Server, Oracle, SAP ECC, SAP BW, or else any other database like SAP CRM, or some other flat file systems also. It may be a CSV or Excel files or text files. So if you want to load this data from a different environment, this is my HANA database. I can load the data into HANA. This is my HANA database, which has certain schema. I can store the tables under these schemas. So this extraction will take place two ways. One is directly, one is indirectly. Suppose I want to do this direct extraction. This is my direct extraction. I can do the one more direct extraction, and we have one more tool called indirect extraction. For this direct extraction, I use a topic called SLT, SAP Landscape Transformation. Nothing but SAP Landscape Transformation. So here in the SAP Landscape Transformation, what we do is we just convert this the data. Like it supports all the different databases connect to SLT. SLT will connect to HDB server. So like we have different databases. So if you want to perform any activities on any environment, so we can do all this activity. So in this part, so if you take SAP systems or non-SAP systems, we can directly connect to SLT part. If you want to use this ECC, what we do is we have to use one more tool called, we need to connect ECC to this and we need to connect this to SLT. So here we have to use this RFC connection, remote function call connection, and we can get all this data. So if you want to connect to SAP to SAP with using a SLT part, then we have to use RFC connection. Okay. If you are connected to non-SAP systems, then we can directly connect this SLT part and we can do those activities. In the case of BW, as BW belongs to OLAP systems, we need to perform the topic called DXE, direct extractor. And we also have a tool called BODS, which we simply call as ETL tool. We already call as indirect extraction. So we refer as indirect extraction. In the case of here, we known as direct extraction. So what the BODS will do? So BODS will support all these major databases of anything. We can connect to BODS, and through BODS we can able to connect to the HANA database. And BW will connect directly to DXE, and DXE will directly connect to HANA database. These are things we have this process. So in this series of things here, why we have to use directly and why we have to use indirectly, in which scenarios we have to use. Suppose my client says he needs the real-time data. If the company needs the real-time business data, okay, which would happen every cases, we call as log-based or trigger-based data. In that case, we have to use the SLT part. Or else, if the company want to go with the indirect extraction, why? It has certain reasons, right? Suppose my company using SQL Server from last 20 years, they want to convert those data into SAP HANA system from this environment. So what I do is, here we need to get this requirement from these different scenarios. So my client says you need to change the entire source structure, then load to a target. You want to change the entire source structure. It means that if you want to do any modification on a source system, then we have to use a BODS. If you need some certain change, like I want to add some extra fields, I want to filter some data, else I want to resheet some fields, else I want to do some runtime calculations, I want to pick up the pin number as pin code number from a field called address field, else I want to join the first name and middle name, which is make it as full name. So if you want to perform this kind of things, in that case we have to perform the exact scenario, okay, which we call as this area. So this is how we can perform those activities things. So BODS will use is an business object data services. It's an ETL tool. SAP HANA will support for ETL tool, because BODS also belongs to SAP guys. So they recommended this SAP BODS tool for loading the data from a different environment to a SAP HANA system, okay, with certain modification. Anyways, we'll see what are different types of modification will be take place if you perform this BODS, okay, because so BODS plays a major role because it's an ETL tool, never holds any data. So one thing I'll clear you, if you talk about SLT, it's a real-time based data. If you talk BODS, it's a schedule based data. So real time means every time it will trigger. It means that if the source stream is updating, the same update will take place to target. But in the case of BODS, what happened? It will be a schedule based. Early morning 4 o'clock, early morning 5 o'clock. When the time trigger, then only the record will be started loading from a source system to target system. So meanwhile, it will not perform any activities. When the case of SLT, it will always in progress only. Immediately, if the source system is updating here, that update data will be take place to target within a seconds. That's the advantage of this SLT part. Anyways, we'll discuss SLT and DXC part in next videos. In this video, we're going to learn about the BODS concept, business object data services. So let's start with the BODS topics, and we'll see what are different types of scenarios are placed in the BODS part and how this BODS will work out, what are the advantage of BODS, when we have to use a BODS, okay, all the scenarios. So let's start with the BODS part. So let's go with the topic called BODS. So we are in SAP HANA, nothing but high performance is analytical appliance. So we are doing this extraction concept using BODS, nothing but, and we are using a tool called BODS, which is a 4.2 version, new version. It's an ETL tool, so which perform the extraction from a source system, apply the transformation, then loading to target. So BODS is a business object data services, which is we call as ETL tool. It's a new version of BODS, and BODS is never holds any data. It never holds the data, but it holds the structure. Okay, it holds the structure. So this is how we can perform this activity. So it never holds any data, but it holds the structure. So it's called a structure format. If you create any job, if you create anything, that structure, the data will be held by this system. So BODS is an ETL tool which performs all these activities. Let's start with the BODS. Suppose I have a SQL Server, I have SAP ECC, I do have SAP video system and some other flat file systems. It is CSV, Excel or text data. I need to load the data from this environment to SAP HANA system. This is my HANA database. So which has a certain schema. Schema hold all the different types of tables here. So I had to need to use a BODS tool. This is my BODS icon look like. So what I do is I'll connect the, so here this support all the major databases like this one. So I connect this BODS and BODS will connect to SAP HANA system. So in this call here, the BODS which we connecting, this is my ETL tool which perform all the extraction from source system, transformation, loading to target. Okay, so it means that this is my BODS, business object data services. What it will do exactly? So it will get data from the source system to target system. Suppose this BODS is just repository, never holds any data. It has three types of repositories. One is local repository, central repository and profile repository. As well as in order to perform this BODS jobs, we need to follow some certain steps that we'll see in the later on. So here in this BODS, what I do is I'll show you a sample data loading from source system SQL to the target part. So in this scenario, we'll see practically how we can load data from the source system to this scenario. So we'll see how we load data from the SQL server to SAP HANA system. Okay. So what we do is here is first on BODS we need to create a connection from SQL to BODS. The connection name which we call as data source. Once you create a connection called data source, we get two different options. One is table option, one is template table option. If I am using SQL as a source system, then use a table option. If I am using SQL as a target, then we have to choose a template table option. Similarly for HANA also, we need to create a connection called data store. In this case, HANA is a target, right? So for that one, we have to choose option called template table. So template as the word, it will maintain the structure of the source system. Structure, a template category we call structure. If you don't maintain the template table, we can't load the data, we can't insert the data into HANA system. So we have to use a template table to load the data. So here it is called as data stores. If you are creating the connections, so first we need to create a connection to SQL to BODS and BODS to HANA. Then has SQL, see BODS is an ETL tool, we can use any source, we can use any target. It means that once I create a connection to SQL server, I can use SQL as a source, I can use SQL as a target also. But in this case here I am using SQL as a source, so what I do is I will use the table option. If HANA is target, so I have to use the template table option. Now, so it's done. So once you got a connection, in order to run the database or in order to perform some activities, in order to run the job, we need to follow some certain steps. The first step is under BODS, first we need to create the project, which is actually the main folder which hold all the structure from it. Next step is we need to create the batch job. So we have a two ways job, one is a batch job, one is real time job, but that is we'll discuss later on. It's not because the BODS guys will know that the batch job and real job. As a HANA consultant, we don't need to go with the real time job, we'll focus on the batch job. So we are focusing on the batch job. So this batch job, once we've done a batch job, and third step is we need to create the, either we can create a workflow, either we can create a data flow. So I'll prefer to go with the data flow. Under data flow, we can insert the, we can pull the source table. We can pull the source table, which is coming from SQL server. Then we need to find out the transformation from BODS. Then target table, that is from the HANA. Okay, so these are things we need to follow. Once you're done, just run the job will be executed. So when you run the job, so the job will be executed and the data entered records will be loaded from the source system to target system. So this is how the process will take place. So in this scenario, first let us show you how to load the data from the SQL to using VODS to HANA system. Okay, so let's see this one practically. So this is a VODS part. Okay, so first I'll log into my machine separately. It's my HANA system. So this is my server in which it was installed all the softwares. First I'll show you the SQL part. Later on I'll show you my HANA target. First you can see here I'll go with my start all programs, MS SQL 12. I'll open this SQL Server Management Studio. I'll show you the source system table. So let me decide the table which one I need to load. I'll enter my user credential, username, password. I have a lot of databases here. I'll choose the table DB name, database name called Adi here. It has certain tables. So it has a lot of tables here. We have attribute tables, all the stuff. So I'll take this ATTR table. Let me check whether it has records or not. So what I do is here we have a lot of tables here. So so in this table we have around 1000 place rows. So I'll use this table to perform that activities. So what I do here, I'll simply add my database. Here the table name called this one, right? So it's a ATTR dot ATTR AL underscore ATTR is table name. It has some around 6 or 7 fields, and I'll use these fields. I'll use this database to convert those activities. So let's see how it's happened. So here this is my table. So I got my table. This is called ATTR dbo dot al underscore ATTR. Then I'll choose this DB called Adi. So I'll choose DB called Adi. Let's do this activities. So next step is I'll try to open my database, that's a VODS. I'll show you how the first I'll check the HANA also. This is my HANA Studio look like. I close my all the boxes. This is my HANA Studio, which is in developer state. And I'll try to load the data into a schema called Durga, because I already created schema called Durga in the previous videos. So please refer my previous videos for SAP HANA part. So there's a schema called Durga 1 expand. It has these are tables. Now under this table itself I'll try to load the data. Okay, so let's show you how this happened practically. So now I started the VODS start all programs. So we have SAP Data Services 4.2. We have SAP Designer tool. I open this Designer tool. So I log into my user credentials. One is HANA, then ERP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Log on. SAP HANA. Continue. So these are screen look like, which has this is called a project area. It is called local object library, and it is called structure area. So in this process, as I told you in the paint one, first we need to create the project. Next one is batch job. Next one is we need to create a data flow, and you drag and drop the source and target parts. So to do this activities, let us log into a machine here. I'll first create a project. So it's a PR underscore, I'll make it Durga. This is my project name. Then here I'll right click on a project here, create new batch. If we have the real-time job also, but we'll discuss later on. We'll go for the batch job. So under batch job, I'll give the name as SQL underscore Durga underscore HANA. So I'm loading data from this one, and you can see when you expand the part, right side you can find the option called tool, this icon here. Just click on here and drag it up. Then double click on this icon. What I do is I need the connection. So we got this project, we got batch job, we got data flow. Next step is we need the connection. That's called SQL connection. I need a connection from source system to target. For that, what I do is I'll go here in the local object library. This option called data store here. This is called data store. In this open space, I need to create a connection. So how? I just right click on this connection, right click on this open space, then we need to create a new connection. So first we need to create a connection. So for that we need to go with the right click on a connection, and we need to use that connection part to do these activities. So first we need to create a project. Next it will be a batch job. Then the data flow. So once you add your data flow, then we need to create a connection. That's called data store connections. So as we discussed earlier in this paint, so the once you create a connection, that will be connected here, and we need to use the option called table option to perform that activities, because the table option will help you out to bring the table. If you don't have the table, then we can't get the data. So first get my connection. That's called data store connection. So let me show you that one practically. So I'll log into my machine, then we'll see how we can load data from the SQL part to SAP HANA system using this BODS ETL tool, and as well as we'll see some certain options. So how we can do modification on a source data. It may be filtering, it may be restricting some data, all those things. So here we create a project, we create a batch job, and we create a data flow. Now right click on this space, create new connection. So du underscore, I'll give SQL server. So SQL is a database, and the type is Microsoft SQL server. Its version is 2012. Server name is, just now we find it's BODS. So server name is BODS in my case. That's capital BODS, and DB name is ADI. So it's Adi. Username is HANA. Enter the password. Once you enter the details here, just make it OK. So we got this connected, is done. So when you expand, we need to go with the table here. So we get a table option and template table option. So it means that when you establish any connection to any databases, we get these two options. One is table option, one is template table option. It means that we can also use the same connection as a target, and we can also use the same connection as a source also. But in the case here, what I'm doing is I'm using this as a source system. So I'll use this as a source system. So for that, what I do is I'll just expand my tables. I'll just make it double click on tables. So when you double click, it will point to database of this part and brings all the table. So it will take some time. So once you double click, we'll get all the data from here. So we are looking for a table called dbo.al_, right? So this is my table which we are looking for. Adi, and this is a table. We got the same table here. I'll just right click here and try to import a table. So right click on this one and try to import the table. So when the table is imported, here it will come. They go for here part and just drag and drop stuff. This is my source system. So this is my source system. So once you got here, check the data here. So it has around 1000 of rows here. This is how we can get. In order to load the data, we need a connection of target also, right? So I'll go with it. First I'll drag and drop the transformation, because first step is we done the source system table, next is transformation, next is target table. So for that I'll go with transformation. Once the transformation is done, then we'll focus on the target table. I'll drag and drop this one, double click. These are things here. So here either we can take all the fields. I'll just take some these fields only. So it means that this filtering option is available here. So that is not applicable in this part. So I can restrict the data. As well as if I want to create a new extra field, I can also create a new extra field, like right click on query, new output column. I'll name it as date. This is not possible in the SLT, but these are things we can do in these activities. So it is date, right? So I'll take a system date, which will calculate the system date, like this one. As syntax check, no error found. Come back. Now my target is HANA, right? So again right click here, new connection. I'll go with the du underscore HANA. So it's database and its type is SAP HANA. The type is SAP HANA. Version is 1.x version. Server name is, in my case, is the best. Port number is 30315 is the port number. Then username is capital HANA and the password is pass. So once you enter the password, just make it OK. We got our connection. So it shows some error. It means that something is missing. So 30315, maybe the password is wrong, I think. Let me re-enter the password. So let me enter the password once again. It's in, so once you've done the connection, this is how you can get a connection. Again, when you get a connection to HANA database, the same thing. It means that we can use that connection as a source, as well as we can use that connection as a target also. So in this case, what I do is I'm using this connection as a target. So I need to go with the target table. So I have to go with the just expand and go with this stuff. This is how we can perform these activities. So I got a template table here, just simply drag and drop, because HANA is my target. So I'll just drag and drop the template table. So once I got a template table here, so because as I told you earlier, HANA is my target system. We can use any source system, we can use any target system. Because HANA is target, so I'll just drag and drop my template table. I'll make it this as SQL underscore Durga, the name of the table which will generate, and the schema which I save under a Durga schema 1. Okay. Then I'll just run the query. I'll run the job. Now it's everything's fine. So just right click on job, so the job will be going to execute it. So it may take some time. So when the job is done, we get the data in the SAP HANA systems. So here it will just get the exact structure which we have a certain like parent object type, each and everything duplicate the same thing. And what are data present in the SQL part, the same records will be directly dumped to the target system. If you need the delta change, so here we are doing only init load. But later on in the future classes, we are going to learn how we can perform the delta loading also. Anyway, that we'll see once again part. So now this is executing process. So it may take some time to be execute this process here. So once you got job, so try to execute. So make it save and execute. Okay. Now we can monitor our file here. Just job is executing. So it takes some time to execute the job. So you can see the job status also here. So the job is successfully executed. Okay, this is how we can see the status. Once you got a status, just click on the here and see data from here. Okay, we got the same records. Let me check in the target table of Durga 1 schema. Right click on table and refresh. So here it is our table here. Right click and data preview. So this is how we can get the data from the SAP SAP HANA from SQL Server. Okay. Let me check whether we got all the record or not. So let me count the record. I'll go for SQL console. I'll use a select count star from this table. So we are getting 5184 records. Let me check the same record or not in the SQL. So here also I'll use the same code, select select count. Okay, simply execute this query. So once you execute, it will execute the process and shows how much time it takes. What that so it has same, so 5184. And even we can check from here also monitoring tab. Here we can check this here. This monitoring tab, we can also know it's here. It has around 184 rows all inserted. So this is how the different ways where we can check the data loading process. Okay. So this is how we learn how to load data from the SQL Server to HANA using BODS. So we did some certain modification on the transformation, like we did some filter, all the stuff. So still if you want to load, say here we got all the records, right? But I want to do some filter. I want to load the data which is parent object is equal to 3, not all the records. For that we need to filter them. How? Double click on query. Here in the where condition, anywhere you can just end of this parent object equal to 3. If you write like this one, syntax check, no edit font, and execute job once again. When you execute a job, the table already it has record set, it will be overwrite. The reason is, I'll show you. Now over here, we got make a refresh. We got 15 rows only because we make a filter. Even though it has 5180 records, we load only 15 rows because parent object is equal to 3. Here it is overwriting because of the target template table is option. You can see options, drop and recreating. So every time it will run the job, it will be drop and recreating. But in the real time, what happened? We just uncheck this box, so it will not be drop and recreate the table at every table. Okay. So let me check the same records length in the SAP HANA system also. Let me go with the SAP HANA system, and we can check the same level, which of 15 rows which we selected. That same records will be viewed in the SAP HANA system. So this is how we can do the BODS process. We can load the data into different environment. Let me execute the query once again. The same query. As we can check the data from here also. So once you got the here, and we can check it. So we just count easily because it has, we made a filter of records. Previously we saw how to make a filter on the fields. Instead of loading all the fields, we can also load the existing fields or required fields. It's one way. See here we got 15 rows, and here also refresh. we will get only the parent object equal to 3, only the 15 rows, and it just takes only 0 milliseconds to bring up that data. So this is how we can perform the data loading process from the SQL Server to SAP HANA system using a BODS. We call it BODS. It's an SAP software. So using a ETL tool, it's an indirect extraction. So in this series of videos, we are learning all these complete extraction topics which we earlier started, and in this video we saw how we can do the loading of the SQL Server to SAP HANA system. In the previous videos, we already done the complete modeling of SAP HANA. So please refer my previous videos or just check it out my previous videos, in which we already discussed about the complete SAP HANA tutorials with the different real-time scenarios. And in this video, we successfully done with the loading data from the SQL Server to SAP HANA system, in which we did some filter option, we restrict some fields, and we also added some extra fields which be useful in the real-time environment. Okay, so this is how we can perform these activities. In the next video, we will learn how to load the data from the SAP ECC Server to SAP HANA system. So I'm Raju guys, SAP HANA trainer. So I'm just signing off this video, and we'll meet on next video for SAP ECC data loading to SAP HANA system. So thanks guys.